First up today, it's one of the most famous taglines ever created. We've all heard it before. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens here stays here. It's a campaign to drive tourism into the city, and now it's transformed, per se, into a series of new commercials.
Here to give us the lowdown, Kathy Tull, Senior Vice President of Marketing for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning.
This is such a popular and famous campaign, but for people who do not know, how did it originally get created?
Our partners, who was our advertising agency, worked on the campaign, really got it up and running 11 years ago. So we've had it running for now 11 years, and it just really took off, and it resonated with our consumers, and so we've kept on using it.
Resonated's a word. I was in Mexico, and everybody that heard that we were in Vegas says it. Everyone, even if they didn't really know how to speak the language, they all knew how to say that. Did you ever, in your wildest imagination, think that it would be as successful as it turned out to be? Did somebody get a huge bonus, first of all? That's why I wanted to know.
You know what's funny? It was a couple copywriters that came up with it. And
no kidding.
So, you know, just the creative folks that work on the campaign every day in and out came up with it originally, and it really took off. And then now when we do research all the time to say, does what happens here stays here still work? Should we change? And it's really part of the American lexicon, and so it's something that we can't change. If you look at our millennial visitors, they grew up with it. So it's something that works for us that we're going to keep on using.
Fast forward 11 years later, you're working on a new series of campaigns that has just been released. Tell us about this.
So we're excited about the new spots under the What Happens Here Stays Here umbrella. It's all about transformation, and it's about an opportunity for people to come to Vegas and to be who they want to be. And so the spots show both a man and a woman going through separate transitions, where you see them relaxed at the pool, and then you see them completely dressed up for a night out at the club, and then they meet later in the spot. And so it's really a fun twist on it.
I notice when the guy is shown, he's checking out the other ladies, but when you look at the lady, she's not looking at anybody, but straight ahead.
That's right.
It's kind of funny.
I warned my wife when we got to town. I'm like, listen, when we're on the Strip, it's inevitable. You're going to get a little whiplash. It's just, there's a lot of people to see, but don't take it personally. And Imagine Dragons plays into this as well. Vegas boys, so it makes sense.
It's a great tie-in, really, for both brands. Imagine Dragons is putting out a new album. We were able to work with them on one of the new songs, and at the end, you know, the man and the woman come together, and then you hear the new Imagine Dragons song, and so it's really a great partnership with them.
Yeah, and it's incredible. Their schedule allowed them to do this taping, too, because I know they're so busy.
They did a great taping, and they also did a pop-up concert for us outside the Bellagio Fountain Show. And so that was a great opportunity, really, to socially push out that we're having a new spot, and we're working with them.
Yeah. When you're doing one of these spots, it's so tough to try to get as many properties involved as possible. What properties did you get involved in the spot? Because there's a lot to see.
For the transportation spots, it was the SLS and MGM where we filmed. And so the last spots that we did, we worked with Caesars, and so we really kind of go up and down the Strip and use all different properties. But for this spot, it was
How did you narrow that down? Because I'm sure all the properties wanted you to swing by and use their location as the background.
You know, it's really all about, for each spot, what do we need to film, and the properties will come to the table with what they have available, and then part of it is scheduling. So in these spots, we needed to use the pool, and we needed to use the club atmosphere. We also needed to use big staircase. So it was, where could we do those? And so it worked out to be SLS and MGM.
Any social media tie-in with these commercials?
Lots of social media activations. And so we've been working with Megan Cannoli, who's really well known in the social space. She's been creating stop motion videos for us. We're pushing them out on Vine and Facebook and Twitter, and so really a lot of fun social interactions, as you can imagine with anything that's transformative.
You know what's funny is 11 years ago when the original spots came out, it was just a TV commercial. Now you have to go at it from all these different angles, social being, you know, there's 16 different websites you have to be on at once.
Absolutely.
It's really changed the game.
It's really helped us out. You know, it's really helped us extend the message and extend the brand, and at one time where you used to just buy a TV spot, now there are all these other components that you can do that really make it fun.
Well, you made 3 ads. The first one's out, and the second one's out already?
The first one's out. The second one will be released in the next couple weeks, and the third one in the series comes out in February.
In February. And where, and again, it's going to be everywhere?
Yes, we have a national media buy, and so we run them nationally. And then you also can see them on our YouTube channel, Las Vegas YouTube channel.
What country sends over the most visitors?
Canada, Mexico, and the United Kingdom are our top 3 international markets, followed obviously closely by Mexico. And Brazil continues to increase visitation because we have some nonstop flights through Panama City, and so really some good opportunities there.
Is there a corkboard with the most unique mentions of the "What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas" moniker? I mean, where's the weirdest place you've heard it
You know, we've seen it everywhere. I think one of the crowning moments was years ago when Laura Bush was the First Lady and she said it. You know, there's something to be said when the First Lady is using it. Obviously, we've heard presidents say it, and so we do have
Usher
a little film clip of a number of different people saying it, and it's really just fun to watch.
Pretty amazing.
Well, it's a fantastic campaign. Thank you again for sharing it with us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Again, The Secret. It's going to launch on February 2nd, Monday, February 2nd, rather, which is the final installment of the latest What Happens Here Stays Here campaign. All 3 commercials will run through May, and to learn more about what's happening right now in our own backyard, check out LasVegas.com.